Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, collective, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional holistic spiritual counsellor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Thank you. Right, let's go. Alright, so you have the Fool card and you are coming in with the Wheel of Fortune here in your reading. This is coming in as a second chance here for both you and your person. That's what I'm getting here. But a second chance, but this time it has to be done. This time you have to trust in yourself and the universe that this is the correct path. Now, it's not going to, what I want to say, it's not going to take you straight to your person here in your reading, because there are certain things that need to happen before you can get there. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is saying here. This time, take a leap of faith. That's the best way in which I can say that. But this leap of faith is coming in as there are other ways in which you can get closer to your person, but there are other ways in which you can trust in yourself and the universe that this is the correct path. That's how it's coming in, especially with the Fool card and also the Wheel of Fortune here. This time, invest is what it's saying. So when you give things a go, you can't be casual about it, is what the Wheel of Fortune is saying here, guys. See, now, because what it talks about here in your reading, it comes in as the wheel is turning here, in a sense, very, very slow here in your reading, but you have to keep it turning, is what I'm getting here. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that the wheel can stop too. So it's saying there's a fine line here. You have to kind of figure that out here in your reading. And I get to figure that out for both you and your person is not taking the leap of faith, not trying things here, not building your confidence, your self-esteem. You're coming in with self-discovery here in your reading. And you may say, oh, but I already know myself, but there are things here that you can know more about, is what it's talking about here, guys. See, what it also talks about here in your reading, it's coming in as what makes you happy. What else makes you happy besides your person here in your reading? And so now's the opportunity here. Like I said, this is a second chance. Now's the opportunity to give things a go and invest in it here, guys. Let me keep going, eh? Alright, let's just shuffle them up a little bit here, guys. Okay, 1 minute. and then we'll go and we'll do this. Okay, so you were coming in with the Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and you also have the Queen of Cups here in your reading. This can talk about coming back towards you here, collective, coming in with the Queen of Cups here in your reading. See, when I spoke about there's a second chance here, now this can be for both you and your person, alright? Here in your reading, it's coming in as the Eight of Wands here. Yes, of course, this can be seen as communication. It's normally seen as swift and fast communication here, guys. But it can also talk about shifting things for yourself, within yourself here. And you are coming in with the second chance. That's what those two cards are saying here. Now, what it talks about here in your reading, in terms of your person here, collective, this Six of Swords is coming in as, how do I come back? And what is it that I need to say here? I mean, surface level, that's what it's talking about here in your reading. The Six of Swords comes in as leaving a difficult situation behind. Here, conflict and defeat. Here, it comes in as listening to other people. Here, walking away from that pattern and habit of listening to others. Here, following some kind of outdated belief system. Here, guys, some kind of program. Here. How I see the Six of Swords. Yeah, of course, this is a struggle here, because like I said, your person has a second chance here. But part of this, like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, it can turn, or it's going to stop in a sense here. And when I mean it stops, then it's just the same cycle over and over again, is what I'm picking up here in your reading. It is coming in as communication here. See, I do get that this person likes you here, guys, but how do they get back, say that to you? How do I communicate that here? How do I, because it tells me here in your reading, this person walked away and now they want to come back, but they don't know how to say, I want to come back. In a sense here, I want a second chance, coming in with these cards on the board here. But like it said here in your reading, like I said, there's more than one way in which this can happen. But your person is kind of coming in as they only see it one way. All they are wanting here is just to come back towards you. But I will pull more cards here, guys. Here. Let me keep going here and let's pull some more. All right, let's go. like I said, in terms of this second chance here, it is coming in as both you and your person here in your reading. You are coming in with happiness here, all right, being happy within oneself here in your reading. Let me just keep going with this one, guys? So you're coming in with 13. Because what it also talks about here, collective, is for the Queen of Cups, you too want to go back towards your person. Because you too, coming in with the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, you too want to go back towards this person. You want to make certain changes here in your reading. It's coming in as you realizing now just how much in love you are with your person, is what it's saying. There is another opportunity here to get back with your person here. But like I said, these are coming in as certain changes. It's just wanting to be with your person, and I'm not saying that's not going to happen here, guys, but what it talks about here is there are other ways in which you can get closer to your person. And one of these ways, and what I'm picking up here, is union with self. So book an image reading with me, and like I said, I'm not just a tarot reader. You do want to take a leap of faith, because the Queen of Cups is actually coming in with the Fool card as the Fool card here, guys, like I said. But it's coming in as being confident here, guys, being stable in the way in which you feel about your person here. Because I get with the Five of Wands coming in here, it's I want to compete for this person. So how do I compete for this person? And so what it talks about there in your reading, the best way in which you can do that is to love yourself first here. That is exactly what the Fool card and the Wheel of Fortune is talking about here in your reading. I get here for both. Well, I also, what I really pick up here, collective, is wanting to go back towards your person here. Wanting this person back is what it's getting here. Or, how do I get this person to come back towards me here? See, what it also talks about here in your reading is that, well, for both you and your person, you could very well be overindulging in patterns and habits here. This could be drinking, alcohol, this could be drugs, it could be fags here, guys, cigarettes. It could also be music here in your reading, where you're replacing here this want and this desire to be with your person by overindulging in those kinds of things here, because it makes you feel good. Here in your reading, it helps you to overcome these feelings that you have about this person. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that you need that alcohol, those drugs, the cigarettes, you need it every day now. You've got to listen to music here, because music is like a mood and mind altering substance here, guys. So you want to really look at some of the things that you're going through at this time, what you're doing at this time, okay, and how it makes you feel here, because you're coming in with wanting to stay in a certain mind frame here, or mindset here, where you are focused here on your person here. But I get here in your reading is that to focus on your person, you are needing to overindulge in a sense. I do get here in your reading is that your person could very well be overindulging, but what your reading is kind of talking about here is that your person is learning to love themselves, and so you need to come in that way as well. So you're coming in with happiness here. Now, coming in with the Queen of Cups, what it talks about there in your reading, well, the Queen of Cups loves everybody else but herself here. And what it can also talk about there is that you could very well be looking outside of yourself for love here. Hence why you come in with patterns and habits. Whatever those patterns and habits are, it could be listening to music. It could also be watching movies, something along those lines here, guys, where it's become repetitive and you're doing this all the time. Now, see, coming in with the second chance here, guys, is all about coming first. That's what your reading is talking about. Now, let's see. Let's go. Okay, so you're coming in with judgment. Judgment was coming out before here in your reading. See, what it tells me here in terms of the judgment card here, guys, is that you want it a certain way. Yeah, of course, this could be both you and your person. You want this foundation to be built a certain way. Here, you want it to be built how everybody else around you has built their homes and their family here. But what the judgment card is talking about here in your reading is that that is an outdated belief system here. Now, what it also talks about here in your reading is that you could be judging and blaming your person. You could be reacting, coming in with the Five of Wands. You could also be quite resentful here. But that resentment may be going towards other people here in your reading. Now, when you judge and blame your person, what you really need to do here, all right, guys, in terms of loving yourself here, guys, is you need to flip that back on yourself here. It's the best way in which you're able to cope and manage with what you were going through, hence why there is a second chance. That's what it talks about. Now, that second chance is both for you and your person. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, of course, you are getting some intuitive nudges when it comes to your person, but you're also getting intuitive nudges when it comes to yourself. And so what it's talking about there in your reading is that you're still in the program. Your person is still in the program. You're still holding on to that outdated belief system. Changes haven't been made yet. Wanting to make changes here in your reading, but it's the changes that you're making here. It talks about here in your reading, whatever you have created here, it's not the desired result. It's not what you had wanted here. Whatever your person has created, it's the same thing there. That's what the judgment card is talking about here. So when you get those intuitive nudges coming in with the Queen of Cups, and this is coming in as emotions and feelings, you need to just sit down and think and figure out here what's going on. What do you need to know here? There's a perception here, a way in which I've seen it before, where in terms of judging and blaming your person, you're wondering why your person is going towards others and not coming towards you here. Now let me keep going here, guys, So I am going to pull some letters, and these will be initials, either your initials or your person's. I will make up some names here, guys, okay, by putting the letters together. So let me just really shake that bag around here, guys. Alright, let's go. Yep, that's enough. Let's have a look. Alright, let's go. Okay, so you have Len. You also have Lenny. You've got Benny here, guys. Alright. You've got Lens with an S. Lindsay. Lindsay. You do have Lins here. You've got Lynx here, guys. Yeah. You've got Zinc here. You've got Zin. You've got Zine here. Got Zines. You also have Z's here in your reading. You have knee. You've got kneel here, guys. Kneel. Did I say Ben? You also have Ben. You have Bens here. You've got Lex here, guys, with an X. You have Lex here. You also have Lexi here. Now you also have Nex here in your reading. You have Sue here. You also coming in with bus here. You've got use here in your reading. You've got Nelly. You got Neely here, guys. You have X here. X's here in your reading. Alright, so your letters are, okay, is N, I, L, E, X, S, Z, B, and U. Bucks. You've got Nux here. You've also got Lux. Got Sucks. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. Book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.